All right, so I wanted to go back over some of the questions that we did on our pair deck just to show you how they look when you actually have the answer choices and how the things that we try to get you to do will help you get rid of some answer choices and possibly hurry up and get to your answer. So I'm not going to reread these to you because we did already do them in class, but I am going to go through and highlight my stuff. So we know that we had been working with our something x plus something equals y, and we know now we're not doing that. We're actually doing it just 2 times. Now, because this question deals with w, I'm going to take these x's out, and I'm going to just replace them with w, just so you know what you're looking for in terms of your answer. Don't let that confuse you. The variable can be anything. We just need to focus on the process, okay? So going back through this, we had Marsha and we had Jan. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight for Marsha, and I'm going to leave Jan. So I want to make sure that I'm doing something different for them so that I don't mix up the numbers. Now, when I go through and I look for at my question so I can see what sign I need in the middle, plus these are all equal signs, so that was kind of a giveaway. But it says when they have read the same number. So that's what tells me that I need that equal sign also. Okay? So Marsha has a 500. Marsha also has a 20. Those are Marsha's two numbers. So I know that the 500 and the 20 should be on the same side. If I look here, this has a 500 and a 30 and a 500. Of course, these are not going to be my answers, just knowing that these two numbers should be together. Now, I haven't figured out what goes where yet, but I at least know that part. So when I go back, where's Marsha's math word? It's right here. It's my per telling me that I'm going to multiply. So I know that the 20 is where I'm multiplying. So my 20 is going to go there, and my 500 is going to go there. So remember that right here, this is still my y-intercept. What is that starting, the beginning, the initial? Well, she already read 500 pages, and now she's going to do something else. That makes sense. So if we look, mind you, we haven't even done Jan yet. I need 20W plus 500. This is 20 plus 500W. This is 500 plus 20W. Just because they're flipped, they're still on the same side of the equal sign together. So this is absolutely okay. I still want to go ahead and do Jan just for the sake of argument because we did do the whole thing in class. So Jan reads, she has already read 460. Then the 30, here's my math word per, which is going to go there. So Jan would be 30W plus 460. And on here, I do have my 30W plus 460. Okay? But again, if we can get this going, it's going to help us get rid of some answer choices. Okay? All right, let's go back to Roger and Novak. So here's a hint. These are not equal signs, they're inequality signs, but guess what? They're different. So that's a little hint to me. And again, I'm not going to reread to you, but this time they're doing an M. So I'm going to do something M. If you want to keep it X, you're absolutely welcome to do that. But just, when you're looking at your answer choices, they may use that different variable. So Roger has consumed 8 hot dogs. That's Novak. Roger eats 3 hot dogs each minute. So here's what I also want to do. I want to go to my question. After how many minutes will Novak have eaten more hot dogs than Roger? So more hot dogs than Roger. So here's Roger. And here's Novak. So we want Novak to be more than Roger. So let's look at Roger's numbers. Roger's has an 8 and he has a 3. My math word this time is going to be each. That each tells me to multiply. So I'm multiplying the 3 and the 8 because he already ate that 8. So that's my beginning, my initial. After the 2 minutes, this already happened. So now I'm starting with this. So let's look at our answer choices. I need 3m plus 8. This is 3m plus 8. 3m plus 8. Yes, it's backwards, but it's still on the same side. They're together. This is 8m plus 3. So that m is in the wrong place. Also 8m plus 3. Getting rid of answer choices. We also need that 3m plus 8 to be less than something else. So this has the 3m plus 8 as greater than. This has it as less than. So this is probably going to be my answer. Let's go ahead and look at Novak's number. So Novak has consumed 7 and he's eaten 4. Where's our math word? Per, which means multiply. And I want to go close. So it's the 4. And he already ate that 7. So 3m plus 8 is less than 4m plus 7. 3m plus 8 is flipped around, but it's okay, is less than 4m plus 7. So yes, this one was our answer. Okay. If it seems like it's going a little bit fast, you always have the option of rewind. That's the good thing about the videos, okay? All right. We're back to Cammie and George. You remember Cammie and George from earlier. So again, we already went through these, so I'm not going to reread the whole thing, but you always want to read first. So Cammie saves $5 per week plus $50 she received for her birthday. Which of the following can be used to find W, the number of weeks until George has saved at least the same amount as Cammie? That at least is telling me that this is an inequality. Yes, it says the same, but it also says that at least. So that's my hint that this is an inequality. So that means, look, right here, I can get rid of that because I'm not doing the equals. I need an inequality. So a greater than, a less than, lesser than, equal to, greater than, equal to. That at least also tells me that I need or equals to, because it says until George has saved at least the same amount as Cammie. So at bare minimum, he got that. So here's what I want to look at. I have Cammie and I have George. So I know it's a W this time. So it's something W plus something. I need George to have saved at least. At least. So when we go and we look at this, so that at least is telling me he'll probably have more than her, but I want him to at least have as much as her. So let's look at our numbers. So Cammie has a 5. She has a 50. Here's my math word, per. Oh, I have 2 this time. So per tells me to multiply, and of course I want to go close. So I know my 5 is going to go here, and then my plus my 50. Now George only has that 7, but my math word, of course, it's only 1, but we're going to still look at it. So he's going to have that 7. So remember, our y-intercept, if it's 0, we don't even put anything there. So we want him to have at least that much. Now that means that he could have more, but at least that much. So here's what I know so far. First, I need 5W plus 50. That's 5W plus 50, 5W plus 50, 5W plus 50. Okay, geez. But I also know I needed the one that has or equal to. Now, I want him to have at least that much. So he could have more, but he has at least that much. So we wrote ours backwards, but that's absolutely okay because we know that 3 plus 4 is the same as 4 plus 3. We know that 3 is less than 4, which is the same as 4 is greater than 3. So don't worry about that. Just make sure you have the big side facing in the right direction, okay? All right, last one, Liam and Harper. So this one was a little bit tricky, and I'll admit, it can catch you slipping. So again, not going to reread them again because we did those in class. We're going to highlight Liam. Liam runs 4 miles per hour and gets a quarter of a mile start. 25 hundredths, however you want to do it. So look, I'll have all equal signs in my answer choices. So that kind of gives it away for me. But in my question, same as that word that lets me know. They're back to using the x's. So I know I'm going to have something x plus something is equal to something x plus something. We're going to let this be Liam and this be Harper. So let's get Liam's number. Liam is a 4, 0.25. Here's my math word per, which tells me to multiply, and I want to go close. So for Liam, I know I'm going to multiply that 4, and I'm adding my 0.25. 4x plus 0.25. Yes, 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 no. Because that one has that minus sign. Okay? So let's talk about Harper. Harper runs 0.5 miles per hour faster than Liam. So now, usually we would have just got caught slipping. Oh my God, this is 0.5. Put that in there. This is my answer. But it's telling me he runs that much faster than Liam. Well, I got to figure out how fast Liam runs, and then I'm going to add that 0.5 to it. So this tells me that Liam runs 4 miles per hour, and that Harper runs 0.5 faster than him. So this is Harper right here. Now we won't get a lot of these, but we do need to be ready for them. So Harper is actually going to be the 4.5. There's our per, which tells us to multiply. He only has that one number, so he's going to be 4.5. So this was actually supposed to be our answer. Okay? All right, so just wanted to run back through those real quick. We're going to talk about them some more in class. Hopefully this helps. Rewatch it again if you feel like you missed anything, okay? All right, we'll see y'all in class.